Hello everyone, I'm Lynn, and today I have a cool reading to do on these old Bibles, and I titled it Old Bibles, History of These Books. So someone allowed me the privilege to handle and look at these really old Bibles, and they asked me, what can you pick up on, or what is your take on these Bibles? Can I get any history on them? So when I handled them, mind you, they're a couple hundred years old. So when I'm handling them and I sat with this energy, I just felt this overwhelming, honor to be touching them and holding them, and something that just had such a historic vibe to it. They felt like there was so much history and energy, and in my mind, I could hear these quiet little chatters of just all the people and all the stuff that happened with them. One of them was dated back to 1808. So like I said, you have over 200 years here. And I sensed that many families had them in their homes. They were very valuable, cherished items, and they would pass them from family to family. And since I had two different Bibles, it was really hard to tell what energy was tied to each one. But oddly, there was something very ominous tied to them, which you would not think so being a Bible. Part of me felt that many of the presences tied to it, and it had some bad vibe to it. So it's like you have this honorable thing that you're cherishing, but then you feel these bad energies, like something really horrible happened around it. And it was as if the Bible itself was a witness, and it was holding that energy. And it reminded me of doing exercises in psychometry in which you take this random object and you do a reading on it, and you read the energy tied to it. Touching these Bibles was very much like that. So it's like on one side you have this such a cool thing, but on the other side just something felt really wrong or bad. It's hard to even put into words, but it had a very negative tone to it. I could sense that harm to a person occurred around these Bibles. I related to a child being physically abused. After the abuse occurred, the person committing the trauma would then pay and repent while looking for justification. And the child being hurt looks to pray for their own separate reasons, like to either apologize or need saved or something like that. One specific incident really stood out, and I saw this little boy sneaking to milk a cow. And then it looked like he stole the milk, and when he was running with his jar, he was caught. And the adult horrifically whipped him like you would see someone whip an animal. And afterwards, the adult prayed on the Bible. And then separately, the child did so also. And after focusing on this and feeling out this energy, I asked the owner what the story was behind these Bibles. And it was at that time that I learned they belonged to former slave owners on a plantation. So all that energy and that mixed up energy I felt was tied to, one, you have this Bible that you highly respect, but then at the same time, you have these horrific acts happening to people, and the Bible held on to that energy as well. And then I was reminded after I had this conversation that, objects, antiques, and especially old mirrors, they hold on to energy of previous owners or trauma that happened near them. So clear everything that you bring into your home. Just because something's a Bible doesn't automatically mean that it's safe and that it's surrounded by angelic beings, because it could have a lot of other stuff attached to it too. It's an object, just like anything, regardless of what it contains or what it means to you, or the fact that it's a religious symbol doesn't always mean that it's only of a high vibration. Other things can attach too. So really cool reading, very different reading, and a really good reminder for myself, and I wanted to share that with you. And that's all I have for this reading. Please leave a comment below if you have something you'd like to share or to start a discussion. Again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thanks. Bye.